Hey guys, today I'm going to be reviewing the album Colors by Between the Buried and Me. Between the Buried and Me is a progressive metal band from Raleigh, North Carolina, and this was their fourth album released in September 2007. This has been a favorite of mine for many years, and today I wanted to talk about why. First of all, it's extremely clear to me how talented every member of the band is. Tommy Giles Rogers, the vocalist, has great screams as well as a very nice singing voice. He also brings his talents as a keyboardist to this album. The playing on every instrument here is highly technical. The drumming in particular has always fascinated me for how complex it sounds. But the band doesn't just focus on technicality, they also manage to write some pretty great songs. In fact, this has some of the best songwriting I've heard in metal. All of the riffs are very well written, and the drumming complements those riffs very well. The production on this album is also perfect. The guitar tone is nice and thick, and the drums sound powerful. However, the mix still remains very clear. You can still hear exactly what every instrument is playing at any time, and everything is mixed just the right level so that you get a really nice blend. While this album has 8 separate songs, each song flows into the next one seamlessly so that it really feels like one 64-minute song. And I think this really works in the album's favor because it gives a sense of cohesion and you really anticipate where the album is going to go next. Between the Buried and Me brings a wide range of influences on this album. It definitely has a unique sound within the progressive metal subgenre. There are several points on the album where the band goes from heavy, thick guitars to a clean, much softer section with clean singing. Regarding the several influences on this album, there's an Arabian style riff at the beginning of Informal Gluttony. There's a bluegrass section at the end of Ants of the Sky. There's even a polka interlude and prequel to the sequel. I love these transitions and influences as it helps to keep the album fresh and interesting. Next, I wanted to talk about some key sections on the album that are sort of high points. The entire album is great, but these are some sections I think are very standout. First of all, there's the very beginning of the album with Foamborn A, the backtrack. I love how the album opens with the piano notes and Tommy's clean voice, and then the whole band comes in together. It's really a very epic opening. Then there's sort of a breakdown section in Ants of the Sky that's really kind of beautiful between about 7.5 minutes and 9.5 minutes. Also, all of Viridian, the song Viridian, is beautiful. It's a clean song with a bass solo that sounds fantastic, and it's just a really peaceful, serene sounding song that leads perfectly into the last song, White Walls. And finally, the last 3 to 4 minutes of White Walls are amazing as well. This really feels like the climax of the album. There is this fantastic solo backed by some great guitar and drum work, and it really is the best moment on the entire album in my opinion. Overall, I think this is the peak of Between the Buried and Me's career so far. I don't think they've released anything of quite this caliber since, and I think they were leading towards this sound on their previous album, Alaska, but they really refined and perfected it here. I think this album is just the perfect blend of aggression and serenity. As a warning, I don't think this album is for quite everybody. It is on the heavier side of things, and I think some people might look for something a little more straightforward and less chaotic. But if you're a metal fan, I think this is absolutely a must listen. I think it's one of the standout metal albums of the 2000s. So personally, I would rate this album a 10 out of 10. I would give it a perfect score because I can't think of any moment on this album I would change or any moment where I'm not completely invested. Well guys, thank you for watching. And if you've heard this album, let me know what you think about it in the comments, and I'll catch you later.